Hey everyone, this is Noah here. So yes, today we're talking about Ranting for Vengeance, who not too long ago I ended up looking at on his stream in regards to some of his takes on anime, more specifically One Piece, and also some of his takes on Cowboy Bebop as well. It was a pretty interesting time to say the least, and obviously there was a lot of blatant sexism and racism from Ranting as usual. Our favorite emo version of a Raggedy Anne Doll never seems to let us down. I do want to make this video a bit different than other videos I've done on Ranting, however. I will obviously be pointing out where his criticisms of One Piece and Cowboy Bebop don't really make any sense and come off like he hasn't actually watched those shows at all. But at the end of this video, I'll be inserting in something new that I've started doing in my videos overall called Noah Nods, where I shout out good creators and people that I think are bringing something positive to the platform. While obviously debunking bad faith criticisms is valuable, I do think it's also important to shout out good creators constantly as well, and that's something I'm trying to do more in my videos. So I hope you enjoy what I have to say here. But with all that out of the way, let's get into Ranting for Vengeance's very funny takes on both One Piece and Cowboy Bebop, as well as anime overall. Okay, so now we gotta look at Ranting for Vengeance, our favorite emo version of a Raggedy Anne Doll. So let's look at this here, then let's look at the comic book one, and then probably the, I already talked about this video before, to be fair, so I don't think we need to talk about that, but that one is funny too. I recommend you check that out. Especially as someone who has visited Japan and does know its roots in racism, this was a pretty dumb video to look at. Take a shot every time RFV says the R slur, yeah. He does that a lot.
That'll probably piss a few people off. Number one is stop trying to make anime and manga woke, gay, and retarded. And
whoa, people are making anime gay and woke. Let's see what he has to say about that. Let's see how people are doing that.
Is that the so-called most political manga and anime of all time, One Piece, is actually a rip-off. But first I think we need to cover this guy that runs a massive anime channel on YouTube called Mother's Basement. I've seen him a good few times and he just makes the most retarded videos of all time, spreading misinformation about classic manga and anime and just being gay all the time.
Bruh, you know it, why is he hitting on Mother's Basement? He did this last time too. Mother's Basement is like one of the original AniTubers. He's one of the original anime tubers. Why does he hate Mother's Basement so much? It's so dumb. Holy fuck. Show him yaoi and yuri and watch him seethe. Yeah, exactly.
These guys.
I don't think he understands that yes, there is gayness in manga and anime. Sorry, Ranting. Have you seen Yuri on Ice? I don't think he has.
Political something is, but when somebody with a different political opinion likes it, they have a massive problem with it. And that's what's happening with One Piece here, which is something I don't watch or read. I never will. I don't really have time for something that is so shamelessly ripped off from something that is better than it in every way. But the whole fighting against the government and being a pirate thing of One Piece, these people absolutely love, and they have been loving it. Like this guy made a video talking about how all of these different protests around the world are using the One Piece flag. Which I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but this rebellious punk rock flag that represents—
Wait, what? Rebellious punk rock flag? It's also funny because Ranting doesn't seem to understand, like, the idea of punk rock as a genre or things like that, right? It's defying the system, going against the system. Like, broadening your mind and seeing beyond that, which is like the most woke, if he wants to use that term, thing ever. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man.
Standing up against the government and thinking for yourself is
punk rock. I know, right? It's unbelievable. He doesn't understand punk rock though. Like it's very dumb. It's very dumb. I've talked about this before. Like he even, I mean, his name, Ranting for Vengeance, is based off of a gay band even. He doesn't understand this stuff at all.
Massive rip-off from something that was doing it since the 70s. And newsflash, there was no gay retards back then hijacking
oh my god,
anime and manga.
Because I think it's Screaming for Vengeance or something is the original band name that he based his name off of. And they're a gay satanic band. How does he not understand this?
And using it to fit their own politics. So finally, with that out of the way, all you need to know is that this guy runs a massive—
it's incredibly stupid. He's like, oh, I don't, like, also, I love how he always acts like, oh, I don't care about other side. I think both the right and the left are bad. And then it's like, well, I mean, the things you say kind of just agree more with the right, you know? So you can't, like, you always act like, oh, I'm not political, but you're always talking about politics, man. It's hard to deny that when that's the thing you talk about the most.
Where all he does is misunderstand classic anime.
3 R words? I know. He doesn't, wait, misunderstand? Wait, he's trying to claim that Mother's Basement, again, one of the original ADTubers, doesn't understand anime? Come on, man.
Overhyped generic shonen slop.
The irony? Yeah, this is dumb.
And also loses his mind when an anime has fan service. Which for the 10th time, if you can't handle fan service in anime, then go back to Pride Parades. And wouldn't you know it, this guy does
Go back to Pride Parades! Oh boy, what an original insult there, Ranting.
Pronouns in his bio. So maybe stick to doing stuff like...
It's like, oh, you have pronouns in your bio! Mother's Basement re! That means you're automatically wrong! Okay.
That, like having mental illnesses, and maybe stay away from anime. So this guy...
What? Wait, does he not know Mother's Basement has been around on AnyTube since, like, the beginning? I mean, honestly, this kid is so young, he probably wasn't even born when Mother's Basement started his channel. Jesus.
3,000 likes.
I want to show him Weiss Cruz. Those who know exactly yokai.
On Twitter, posting up some retarded meme about the US government and right-wingers taking the One Piece flag. So let me get this.
I mean, yeah, that was what was happening. Huh?
Tell. Now, I don't even know anything about One Piece, but what part of that entire scenario?
Dude, come on! It's like, I don't know anything about One Piece, but I'm gonna make a whole video acting like it doesn't make sense, or that it makes sense to be applied to right-wing stuff. What? Dude, come on! You just admitted you don't know about it. This is so dumb. Fuck, man. That's crazy. Before we let Ranting rant a little more, I want to give a special shout out to the sponsor of today's video, that being ADP-NOAH. A very fitting sponsor for the topic of today's video, if I do say so myself. Have you ever wondered about finding the all-in-one anime marketplace to buy all of your favorite merch? Maybe you're wanting to get a cute new keychain with your favorite anime character on it. Or maybe, just maybe, if you're wanting to get side-eyed a bit more, you might want to get a body pillow with your favorite anime character on it. Well, ADP-NOAH totally has you covered on all of that. Their site, as advertised, contains over 50,000 different waifus that you can plaster on your favorite body pillow. I ended up receiving this pillow from them, which is actually very soft and incredibly comfortable, and honestly a lot better than my own pillow that I usually use for sleeping on my bed. And also I got this nice little keychain from them as well that I can hang on my backpack. Currently, their spring sale is actually wrapping up, so you can get 50% off all purchases using the code SAVE15. If you're wanting to get characters like Chun-Li, which is actually the one I got since I usually main Chun-Li in Street Fighter, Tifa, Lightning, 2B from Yuri, Mai, and plenty more, then this is definitely the place to get that. You can also use my code ADP-NOAH for a 10% off your purchases as well. I'll leave the link to the website and my code down in the pinned comment and also in the description of this video. Special thank you again to ADP-NOAH for sponsoring this video, which was very aptly timed, I must say. Happy waifu buying, everybody! And now, back to Ranting's rant.
Just because it's a different
like, if you don't get it, then don't think you can speak on it, man. Don't make a video about something you don't know about and that you admit you don't know about.
Leader that owns you and runs your country, you have a problem with it. And tons of people like this guy are replying to it and saying exactly what I'm saying. What the hell do you even mean by getting angry at people using the flag to stand up to an oppressive government? Does it mean you support...
So he's got no info? He's doing the Asmongold method, I see? Yep, yeah, actually, it's very comparable to Asmongold. Like, the whole thing with him and Birdman was so funny.
Cartel and totalitarianism, because these people's political opinions change overnight. They can align with people.
Oh my god. He's literally just saying it doesn't, yeah, the flag doesn't really align with what they're putting it up for, man. Again, it doesn't make any sense. Like we talked about before, you know, like the whole thing that Josh was talking about, I think is a good example. You know, Dan, that whole thing with Dan and like him being like, hey, I don't want my voice used in this. Because it's just something I don't want to be associated with and don't really agree with. It makes sense.
Woke and gay, and then they can get mad at right-wingers, but one thing that they can't handle is somebody who's in the middle and doesn't support any of it. AKA...
Don't tell RFE that the Cuban Revolution inspired One Piece. I know, right? He's so illiterate that it is really funny, to be fair. Ranting is one of the funniest people to cover because of that. but also incredibly stupid.
Somebody who's a libertarian or follows the mindset of a pirate, like their beloved show One Piece, when you actually do it in real life and say, no, I don't really care about any political leader, all of them are corrupt and should be protested against, you lose your mind. You just want people to pick a side and align with your political beliefs. And some people
I don't think that's what's going on though, Ranting. Like, the thing you showed looked like just him, like, saying, yeah, based on the source material, it wouldn't make sense for the pirate flag to be used for something like this. That's all he was saying.
Laughing in your face because they have a backbone and don't align themselves with any political party. This guy here is some One Piece fan who's arguing.
Okay. Dude, the only one making any of this political is you. You keep talking about it.
With people saying, don't let them twist what the flag means. And one of the top comments says what I believe and what it actually means, saying that it doesn't stand for any party, it's anti-totalitarian. And this guy responds, losing his mind and attacking this other guy.
Doesn't look like he's losing his mind. Incredibly stupid. Interesting.
Can't handle that something isn't aligned with left or right. And that's something you'll see with a lot of anime and manga or book or movie or anything.
How does his hair keep getting worse? Yeah, like, don't have it over your eye like that, man. It looks kind of bad.
Woke, gay, and retarded.
Oh my god.
Come in and say that the characters wouldn't really believe any of that stuff. They're just in the middle, like a libertarian or somebody who doesn't really pick any side. They do with this guy and what many other
That's
people
right, because Ranting has said he's a libertarian, but again, he talks about politics so much that he's like, oh, I'm not political, but you talk about it all the time, man. It's ridiculous.
Where they'll argue for hours, like life and death, losing their mind, because you're not a slave to any system. This account here just destroys this guy Jeff, Mother's Basement, whatever the hell he is. Armies of these people.
Jeff has always been a left-wing, pro-authority shill? A shill? We're running defense for a cartel puppet and trying to gaslight her as popular, while the country is currently revolting against her as next level for him? Bruh.
Who are left-wing and pro-authority and will argue with you when you oppose
he's just reading this tweet off. Hey, Ranting, maybe do your research. Look up if Jeff is actually these things that this tweet is claiming. Don't just read it off. Look it up, do your own research.
That actually is corrupt. As I said, I don't know too much of what's going on over in Mexico right now.
Yes, libertarian is actually a right-leaning ideology, which is the ironic part, Snakes.
From the looks of it, opposing some corrupt politician that has some criminal ties doesn't really sound like such a bad idea. It's just because you disagree with it. You want to come in and say that, no, Luffy from One Piece would never do that and he'd never agree with you in real life. Maybe focus less on what
Oh god, it's like this. It's like he's doing the same thing here, right? About the Sonic guys, right? I made fun of them, the Sonic with Love Us group, because they were so insane about it. Like, they were like, oh, Sonic was originally made as anti-communist propaganda by Sega. And he agrees with right-leaning beliefs like us. It's like, okay, guys, stop propping up Sonic the Hedgehog here. To this degree, anyway, this really cringy degree, to match your political beliefs. Like, just, I don't know, say what they are then. Don't use a random cartoon hedgehog to do that. That's just weird. Especially to that degree. Like, that, not even a joke. There's a whole Discord. I've talked about them before. They try to get into my Discord too, of Sonic fans who think that Sonic was originally created as anti-communist propaganda. And it's so funny. They're one of the funniest people to make fun of that came into my space at one point.
The entire thing is ripped off from something. All of these
exactly, Starship, exactly.
Retards and fake anime tourists will never ever read.
Again, I think the only tourist here is you, Ranting. You've shown you don't really understand One Piece at all.
Watch, and in my opinion, that's a good thing. It's of course the iconic masterpiece by the legendary Leiji Matsumoto, Captain Harlock. That includes the manga and all of the
Captain Harlock
anime.
is pretty good for sure.
Now I would try gatekeeping this, so I don't even know if I'm gonna make a full video talking about
what?
Captain.
Gatekeeping? Bruh, you weren't even born when Captain Harlock came out. How are you gonna gatekeep? Come on.
Harlock. Even though I would for the people who are real anime fans and have actual respect. But some things you can't.
Oh my god. Yeah, the real anime fans who agree with me. And me only. Okay.
It's being given to retards like these people on Twitter. But Captain Harlock is about a space pirate who fights against totalitarianism.
Rip off RV, have you heard of a goddamn trope? I know, like, he seems to, yeah, he always calls things that are just part of the same genre, ripoffs. I don't think he understands what the definition of a ripoff is.
Ship the Arcadia, taking a ragtag group of pirates throughout the universe, flying Captain Harlock's flag of rebellion against Earth and everybody that stands in their way.
This is not
Pretty
helping
simple,
your
right?
case, Ranting. You're just showing you don't understand this media. Sorry.
One Piece just took all of that and ripped it off, and nobody knows about it. And not only that, the main character, Captain Phantom F. Harlock, might be one of the most badass characters to ever exist. He's a character that believes in fighting for what he believes in his heart. Say, it's in my top 5 manga and anime of all time, and it might be one of the best comics ever made. And the way One Piece ripped it off is not even up for debate. Captain Harlock's appearance is iconic, with his scarred face and his one eye showing all the time. Now tell me this is a coincidence that Monkey D. Luffy just so happens to have a scar
Next thing he says that Fairy Tail is a ripoff? Exactly, Starship.
in the exact same spot on his face is seen many times showing just one eye, and also leads a ship full of pirates flying a flag of rebellion. Captain Harlock beats out almost every single manga and anime ever made, and it definitely beats out One Piece, just for how influential and epic it is in terms of storytelling.
No one knows about it. Captain Harlock, yeah, exactly. He thought nobody knew about Berserk either, Zombie. He doesn't seem to understand what anime and manga people actually know about. He thought Berserk was an unknown manga, which is crazy. Like, if you want to make a valid argument for anything that ripped off anything, look at The Witcher. And, yeah, Elric of... Actually. That's a good example there, Simon. Those are good examples.
And world building. I could talk about Harlock for an entire
novels
video,
at least, yeah.
But as I said, I don't even know if I'm going to do it, because I do believe in gatekeeping, and if anything needs to be gatekept...
Dude, again, you weren't even born when that show came out, or the manga. You can't gatekeep at all.
Is it. So the whole point I'm making with bringing up the fact that One Piece is a shameless ripoff is the fact that if you
How
want
is
to
One Piece a shameless ripoff? How is it a ripoff of Captain Harlock? That doesn't make any sense.
is politics and what the flag means, then you know fuck all about manga and anime.
Oh my god, dude, the only person who knows fuck all about that stuff is you! You thought One Piece was a ripoff of Captain Harlock.
Actually means, because saying that the straw hat flag from One Piece means being a left-wing gay retard is plain handicapped, because
oh my
Captain
god,
Harlock's flag means nothing other than rebellion to Earth and its government.
I think the only person saying that here is you. This is, again, something I noticed with him, right? He'll try to create a narrative. A lot of grifters do this, to be fair. But, like you remember he was like saying like, oh, there's a woke mob coming after Leon Kennedy. And it was an anti-woke account tweeting that. They're like making a joke about that, and he took that tweet, took it out of context, like, oh look, there's a woke mob coming after Leon Kennedy because they think his voice actor is racist. It's like, nope, that's really not happening, man. A lot of people were excited to see Leon come back in RE9. I think you missed that. One Piece ripoff, especially if you don't know anything about One Piece, is some baffling levels of LARPing. I know. Like, he seems actually convinced that it's a ripoff of Captain Harlock, but that doesn't make any sense.
There's allegiance to is Captain Harlock's flag.
One Piece is an R-Witter ripoff? Now go F yourself?
So I rest my case. Okay. There's no more arguments to be made.
You didn't make a case at all, though, Ranting. Oh, no. You at least didn't do a very good job trying to do that. Holy fuck.
Stop trying to make anime left-wing, gay, and woke. Stop saying One Piece is the best thing ever made when you don't know what real anime and manga is. Because the entire thing is one big ripoff and it'll never even come close to how good Captain Harlock is. And if you're a real fan who already knew all of this, then maybe consider subscribing and joining the fight against all of these woke retards.
Oh my god, dude. You missed the point. It's not a ripoff.
Of Captain Harlock, fight for nobody's sake but yourself and what you believe in your heart. And under this flag, live in freedom. And if you got a problem with any of that, go fuck yourself.
He always says either go fuck yourself or go complain to your boyfriend.
There's some woke anime tourists out there who think it's okay to come in and trash old manga, then complain about the male gaze. And in a string of events that we don't usually see, Twitter has actually destroyed them and picked apart their entire argument. Now, I'm not really into this kind of thing, attacking one channel or one person because of their beliefs.
That's not true. We just saw you attacking Mother's basement. Bruh. You were just attacking them. You weren't even offering any real criticism of Mother's basement. You were just ranting about him and raging for no reason. Holy fuck. That's just cringy behavior. Universal Frankenstein director was gay, and the villain of Bride was gay. That's also true. Ranting is showing again he's pretty unfamiliar with the source material.
Acting retarded, you deserve to be called out.
A lot
my
of
God.
magical girl series now are catered towards the male gaze.
I don't fully believe in dogpiling somebody's video or channel just
Yeah, you do. Don't lie. You did that to Mother's basement. You also did that with that manga I was bringing up before. The manga about the mixed race woman living in Japan. And the issues with racism in Japan towards black people. Because yes, that does happen there. You're completely lying. You were mad at both of those and yeah, dogpiling on them. This is stupid.
because they said something you don't like. But at the
You
same
also,
time,
he even got mad at someone tweeting about Leon Kennedy at one point. It was like, oh, you shouldn't have posted this, and that's why people dogpiled on you. Okay. But also, it's really rich from Ranting, because he's been dogpiled on before. When Scott Snyder called him out, a lot of people were calling him out for his terrible take on the Supergirl trailer. I don't know what to tell you, man.
this woke
It's very hypocritical. You know, the stuff we were talking about earlier with the former member of the community, right? Like, you've been attacked before, but then you will go around attacking other people. Hurt people hurt people.
out. So this person uploaded their
Yeah,
first
ranting for media illiteracy is pretty bad.
video on their channel, which was about the magical girl genre of anime and manga, which I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about other than Sailor Moon and Go Nagai's Cutie Honey. But therein lies my point. I would never make a video about this genre, trashing it or loving it, because I know nothing about it. But this person thought that they could come in and do all that and get away with it. And I'm not going to show her entire video, but this guy clipped out probably the most important part and basically debunked her entire argument.
Unfortunately, a lot of magical girl series now are catered towards the male gaze.
And do I even have to say any more? These are the type of people who are making these retarded types of arguments.
Ranting, I don't think everyone is doing that. Okay, yeah, he's taking one example here.
As soon as you even use words like male gaze, my brain immediately shuts off and tells me you're handicapped. I think a lot of real fans of anime and manga have also become accustomed to that, because it's all you hear in the modern discourse about anime and manga. I don't know too much about this, but back in the day, if you made a video about anime or manga, you'd probably just be talking about how much you liked it and how good it was. But nowadays, there has to be some complaint about the objectification of women or the male gaze, which, sorry to break it to you, but the entire entertainment industry is built upon the male gaze, which when you translate the male gaze into real life English, it just means basic human logic. So a show wants to sell well, so the male characters are badass and the female characters are attractive. You have a problem with that. This isn't just Japan. All over the world, this is how movies and TV shows and comics have been
I know,
made.
like he doesn't get it. He's bringing up James Bond again.
Which you want to complain about how the male gaze is some new thing that they're putting into anime and manga. It's been there since the start with Go Nagai. And because these people can never go back and watch anything like City Hunter, Fist of the North Star, Captain Harlock, Space Battleship Yamato. They can't read anything like Golgo 13 or Devilman. Instead, they'll only read Berserk and watch Evangelion. And even in that, these people claim those animes and mangas as if they're some political thing. What happened to the days of I just like this thing and I don't care about the politics? Like Cowboy Bebop, for example. I've gotten comments saying, wait till this guy finds out it's woke. First of all, Cowboy Bebop is not woke. Second of all, even if it was, I wouldn't give...
Oh my god, dude! He doesn't understand Cowboy Bebop either! It's about a ragtag group of people fighting an oppressive government. Yeah. Dude, come
a shit
on.
because it's just a great show.
And going
once
on
again,
dangerous bounty hunting missions. Unbelievable. Actually, that girl's video is the definition of tourist. It's unlike most mecha anime levels of, I don't know anything about the genre. Exactly, John. It's unbelievable.
all of these people who complain about over-sexuality and the male gaze go on saying Cowboy Bebop is woke when the entire show...
It is! You are so media illiterate, you can't understand that!
show is based around the classic archetypes of the main
the noir genre, the western genre. Are you gonna bring that up again? You did that last time.
badass dude and the attractive girl. And if you don't believe me, then you're retarded, because Cowboy
Bruh.
Bebop is based off...
What happened to his microphone quality there too?
基本知ってる?
That's weird. Yeah, Faye Valentine is cool. Bruh! He's literally showing, like, badass woman, you know, being badass female protagonist, and he's like, oh, that's not woke! Come on, dude.
And it takes from so many other things that have that dynamic. And I know that's Cowboy Bebop, but it also applies to the magical girl genre, which, as I said, I don't even know too much about, but I know that complaining about the male...
Yeah, he got copyrighted. Well, at least he got rightfully copyrighted, unlike me.
A genre that gave you stuff like Cutie Honey is just plain spasticated. And I'm going to show some tweets here that I think made some good points. These people probably disagree with me, but I don't really care. This person here talks about how the...
Okay. Oh my god, he's just making himself look worse.
Male gaze is actually just a shallow slur used against some made-up imaginary viewer that doesn't exist. And you'll see this as well with a lot of hoodweebs who want to complain about gooners and the male gaze.
It's not woke, because I can go into it. Yep, exactly. Bruh, even though it's still a strong female protagonist. Okay.
Is an over-sexualization, and they create this person in their head, which is some slimy otaku who's sitting over a computer binge-watching these animes.
So, chibi reviews, basically, you're describing there.
You're just making it up to attack some male viewers who enjoy the show. This other guy posted it would be awesome if people just did the minimum of research before making a video on a topic, which is an argument I agree with, and people would probably use it against me for some reason without watching any one of my videos. Because all that aside, this bitch is just...
he always says that. He talks about hood weaves. I think I'm assuming by that he means black people who like anime? So he just wants to single out black people who like anime. Okay, because he's used that term before too. But he was actually using it specifically when he did the review of the manga. Like the mixed race, you know, Japanese black woman. So I think that's already kind of telling. That's a bit of a dog whistle there.
Annoying, saying random shit about stuff that she doesn't know about.
While series like Creamy Mommy are not directly explicit, they're full of sexual innuendos. I mean, like that title, Creamy Mommy.
Creamy.
I could see it taken that way, but I don't know. Creamy... actually, yeah, kinda. I mean, to be fair, this person is a little younger from what I'm seeing, so maybe they just don't understand, like, the manga or the anime. But I think, honestly, ranting or responding to this person is just making him look worse, because I think he's shown an even worse understanding of anime and manga. Not even just in this video, but every video we've looked at from him.
Creamy Mommy?
Okay, so first of all, she's not even looking into the camera, something that I can actually talk about, because I don't
What? Okay. Dude, who cares? Maybe she's, like, neurodivergent and, you know, isn't good at making eye contact. Like, I struggle with that, too. You know, being autistic, it's kind of hard for me to make eye contact sometimes, but why? What? Okay.
Read off of some script and I don't look down at the ground and say stuff that doesn't
I think you should read off a script so you sound more intelligent ranting.
Make sense. But the main offense of this clip is something that I have a massive problem with. People applying modern day young people TikTok retarded slang.
Oh my god, he's so mad. Holy fuck. It's like all the incel came out of him at once. All the incel and all the homophobia and racism. Jesus Christ, man.
Works like manga and anime. Like, the name of the show is 100% not what this bitch is making it out to be.
Oh, great. She's being sexist too, calling her a bitch.
It as if it's common sense that it's some big innuendo. Which, newsflash, back in the 70s or whenever this show was made, that wasn't really a term that people went around saying. Maybe you should get off the internet and stop scrolling on retarded websites like TikTok. Then applying that stupid logic to works made by people who could actually use their brain. And to be honest, I don't really care if some retard out there wants to apply
buzzword. Yeah, exactly. What would this I know. What would this schmuck know? He doesn't know anything about anime or manga. We've already shown that here. He's so illiterate. It's funny.
TikTok slang to old manga and anime and complain
Oh
about
my
the
God.
male gaze. You have those
Wait,
people every
is that what he thinks hood weeb is? Like people who use TikTok? Or why does he assume... Okay. Also, like, I mean, you're part of the generation that mostly uses TikTok ranting. I guess that's more like Gen Z. So that's like my generation. But Gen Alpha specifically, I think, does it a lot as well. I think it's like those two in particular that are very invested in TikTok. So why... Okay. I don't really see why you're using that as an insult, ranting.
single day. But the main point of this video is this tweet right here that starts complaining about people attacking this girl.
Yeah, honestly, I have to agree with that, man. I don't like bullying. I don't like mob mentalities. That's, I guess, also kind of what this stream has been about in some ways. You know, talking about that and discussing why I'm cutting ties with the person we brought up before because of that. Because, yeah, it is mean-spirited. Like, it honestly, this person doesn't seem bad at all. It just looks like they were sharing their opinion on anime, you know? Like, I don't know, just leave them alone, man. Just let them be themselves. Let them talk about what they like. There's nothing wrong with that. I agree with this tweet. I kind of hate this tweet because it's so mean-spirited. It's literally her first YouTube video, yeah, on a channel of less than 200 subscribers, and she's being put on blast for what? Yeah, it's just stupid. If I was putting myself out there for the first time, this was a response, I'd be so demoralized. Yeah, that's sad. That's really sad, honestly. I hope she still makes content. I hope they didn't bully her off the platform because of that. Rimbuck. I'll have to look at that after this video here.
I'd be so demoralized if I started up a channel with just 200 subscribers and so many people were attacking me. They were being so mean-spirited. Grow a pair, for fuck's sake. Just look at my channel.
Ranting the bully, because, you know, hurt people. Dude, that's pretty tough talk from the guy who, again, got rightfully criticized by a lot of people for his Supergirl video. And even though most of them were, like, insulting you or being mean-spirited, they were offering real criticism, you just lost it and made a second video about it. Unreal.
I don't really want to be some narcissist who compares everything to myself.
I would argue he's punching up because that person looks like a better person than him, Warboss.
Really, when my channel was smaller, I uploaded a video about a comic I didn't like, and the same thing happened, but I didn't whine about it, and nobody was
yeah, you did. You made with your Supergirl video, you definitely did. Because a lot of people called you out for how nonsense that video was. And then you freaked out and said, oh, I hate Scott Snyder. Ah.
Tweeting saying, I'd be so demoralized and give this person a chance. It's just because this uninformed cow is complaining about the male gaze. And
uninformed cow?
To be left wing, you want to jump in and be a white knight and defender. Go fuck yourself and wake up to the real world. When you upload a video, people can attack it and people can love it. It's just the risk you take every single time you hit upload. And if you can't handle it, then don't hit upload and go back to putting pronouns in your bio. Because at least when I make a video with anime and manga, I actually read the damn thing and do my research. So there will be and should not ever be any sympathy.
But you are though ranting? Exactly, yeah.
For these type of people, because when it happens the other way around, you have thousands of people spam reporting you. So in short, I laugh in your face if you want people to stop attacking somebody who is trying to make old things gay and retarded. Once again, these people will probably disagree, but I thought they made some good points. Like this,
yeah, again, real creative with the insults there, huh? Yeah, again, like his go-to insult is always just gay and R-worded, and it's so stupid. Like, he can't think of anything else.
Was complaining about how people started to sexualize these animes and mangas as a way to destroy women's perception of themselves, whatever the hell.
Anime and manga, dude, please use the correct plural. Don't stop showing us you're a tourist.
That means. And this guy sarcastically, I hope, brings up Cutie Honey as not just the magical girl genre as well. It's also classic action manga and anime like Lupin III, City Hunter, and Gunsmith Cats. You think just because there's some naked chicks, the guy who's writing and drawing the work hates women and wants to destroy their self-perception. What is wrong with people nowadays? Why for years can we watch anime?
RFE saying he actually reads manga and does research is one of the boldest lies he's ever told. Yep, this is pretty pretty bad.
Manga with men and women acting like men and women, and just now these people have a problem with it. And the slightly more annoying thing is the fact that this girl isn't alone. There's millions of people out there who believe this because they just came off of reading Berserk or watching Evangelion or Attack on Titan and think
Evangelion is woke too, man. What are you talking about? Bruh.
Everything about anime and manga, which there's nothing wrong with liking Berserk and saying it's the best thing.
There's no way Ranting understands Evangelion, by the way, because that's like the most philosophical anime ever. There is no way he understood that one. It went all over his head.
Ever made if you just read Fist
he
of the
probably just liked seeing the boobs, I think. That's probably what it was.
North Star and Devilman and Violence Jack, because those three things
somebody show him
invented
Sailor Moon,
Berserk.
yeah.
And there's literally no argument.
Well, this kid also apparently like bullied people at his school and attacked people. And he attacked Jewish people at his school. Like, this is something that other people have confirmed about him. So yeah. And that's also, when that information came to light, that's something he was crashing out over in his Scott Snyder video, because he didn't like getting called out for that. It's kind of like, well, the fact you were literally actively addressing it, people calling you out for that, and, continuing to react to it, kind of just makes you look worse, and it shows, yeah, they're right, and they hit a nerve on you. Same thing earlier with the person we were addressing, literally coming into my chat when I was talking about it and being like, oh, you're just crashing out. Like, okay. You're kind of confirming what we're saying here, man.
Even try to dispute it. And the same goes for this magical girl thing. Don't talk about some random show you like when you know nothing about the people who created the genre. And definitely don't go around disrespecting them. Speaking of which, you see this person here replying to an absolute handicap. My least favorite type of fan.
Oh my god, just come up with some other insults, man. Have more variety. Just keeps calling people handicaps and R-words and gay. Come up with something else, please.
Out there, which
He's
I
such a
wouldn't
loser.
even call a fan. These people who go, sorry, I just want to watch Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen.
You check the comments on our video, bad idea. Oh no, I feel bad for her, War Boss.
I go back and watch some random thing from the 70s about devils. Yeah, well, most likely that thing from the 70s about devils created everything you ever watched. People say it all the time, why would I ever want to go back and watch some random thing called Astro Boy when I could just watch Chainsaw Man? The only solution to somebody like that is a good right hook. And this person says,
bruh. Wow, he's so mad. He's like, oh, they're not watching Astro Boy and they're watching Chainsaw Man? Oh, I hate that. I'm gonna give them a right hook. Jesus Christ, man. Just chill out. Calm down. Take a step back. Just think about what you're saying here. Self-reflect. Look at how you're acting. Think about what it looks like. Although, obviously, he doesn't care. Just like, yeah.
People who watch exclusively mainstream anime are extremely annoying for some reason, which is the absolute truth, because these people can never go back and watch something before the year 1990. And I call you an elitist gatekeeper because you bring up Osamu Tezuka. And this guy here thought he was making some hilarious meme, typing out a wall of text that I'm not even going to read. But what he's saying is that there's always going to be some anime manga elitist gatekeeper gooner who's going to come in and tell you to read some old thing from the 70s with 20 chapters called The Last Sin Hunter. So first of all, you're just announcing to the world, hey everybody, I'm retarded. I can't actually put in the work and read. And this guy makes a great point where people try to create some fake anime or manga that sounds crappy, but it actually sounds
He's just jealous because we neurodivergent people are awesome? Yeah, exactly. Don't let someone like this get you down. Just be happy being who you are.
It's not really the win that you think it is. I'll take Badass Devilman every day over any new shonen.
Dude, Devilman is gay though! Oh no! He still doesn't understand that Devilman is gay! Oh man, come on, dude! Then yeah, I think that should be rightfully criticized. Not like mocked or bullied, but criticized, sure. But that's not what Ranting is doing.
Every single one of these retards are gonna do, and the only solution is to mock them and laugh in their face. Like
oh
this
my
girl,
god!
Like, please don't attack her for coming on and making spasticated statements about anime and manga she knows nothing about. People will attack her all they like, and she deserves it. If you hold any of these beliefs about older anime being outdated or having the male gaze or objectifying women, you're retarded and not a fan. But if you actually are a fan of any of this stuff and have respect for it, do let me know and maybe consider subscribing. And if you're one of these woke retards, go fuck yourself.
Well, alright then. Bruh. Okay, that was pretty bad for sure. Jesus Christ. You're planning on making your own videos about neurodiversity and other aspects about yourself? I hope that goes well, to Fox. That sounds absolutely great. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video or learned something new from it. My Noah nods of the day are for different anime YouTubers that I recommend you check out if you want to learn more about good anime. I'm gonna recommend the Hotbox first, who did a really great retrospective on my personal favorite anime, that being Steins Gate, that I highly recommend you check out. Also, I just recommend you check out Steins Gate in general if you haven't already, it's fantastic. It's also really good for autism representation in anime too. I also recommend checking out Anime Everyday, who has some great bite-sized videos on various anime that are pretty easy to consume, but also still very informative if you want a good synopsis of your favorite anime. Of course, I've got to shout out Mother's Basement, who of course Ranting for some reason didn't like, but I highly recommend Jeff in general, he's great. I also recommend you check out Bonsai Pop, who's also a great YouTuber that talks a lot about different anime as well, and also has talked about Steins Gate, my personal favorite there also. I also recommend you check out Manga Common, who has some great videos about anime, but also other forms of media on his channel as well. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed this video, or perhaps learned something new about anime. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like, and also consider subscribing as well. I do lots of videos like this in general, often talking about film, animation, gaming, and things like that. I also do work directly in the film industry, so I try to take that approach when discussing other forms of media. If you'd like to hang out with like-minded fellow film and animation fans overall, you can consider joining my Discord, which is linked down below. We often do watch parties for movies there, and patrons and YouTube members get to pick what movies we get to see. Speaking of which, thank you to all my YouTube members and patrons who pitch in with the extra monetary effort to keep me doing what I do here. I appreciate you all a ton. I appreciate all of you for coming to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something new from it. But for now, I've been Noah the Otter, and I'll see you on the otter side. Bye!